Hey guys, I'm gonna react to a few videos that I found on the internet and let's see what you all think about it. I wanna also tell you that I'm trying to prove a point, so bear with me.
Employees of this brand new plant, arrival at work starts with a discipline course, a rigorous discipline course.
Don't waste your time, hurry up. Move forward a bit, make a straight line. Here, surprise.
The bosses are Chinese and they impose their methods.
Last time, I already showed you how to do it. Do I have to say it again?
Every morning, these Ethiopian workers have to bend to a series of quasi-military exercises.
Arms at your sides. To the right. To the right. To the right. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2.
They work for the Chinese company Huajian, the largest shoe manufacturing company in Ethiopia.
So we think slavery is finished, but I think it's just gotten more efficient, as I've said in my previous videos. And if you go to countries like Eastern countries, let's say Africa even, and India and Pakistan, the veil, that they put of the lies, that's not there. Because, people are poor, so the veil is not needed. People are illiterate, so the veil is not needed. But if you go to countries which are in the West, they're more educated. And they've created this concept of, hey, we had slaves, so we have to sort of clean up our image or not endorse slavery again. You see the veil, there's a huge thick veil, and then it's called the modern day slavery. So in places like Africa, the veil is not there and you can do whatever. But let me take you to another funny video, which is...
Did you know that some ant species practice slavery by capturing other ants to serve them? The most notable example is the Polyergus ant, a species with a strong body and large, sharp mandibles. They specialize in capturing slaves to the extent that they have lost the ability to build their own nests, care for their offspring, or forage for food. They survive by invading and often enslaving relatives, the Formica ant, to serve them. Polyergus worker ants operate like soldiers, organizing fierce attacks on other ant colonies to capture pupae and larvae to bring back to their nest as slaves. Additionally, for adult Polyergus queens that want to establish a new nest, they can take advantage of the chaos to secretly infiltrate, assassinate the Formica queen. Afterward, they coat themselves with the chemical scent of the Formica queen, making the workers believe the intruder is their own queen. Some Polyergus queens even attack Formica nests on their own by spraying powerful chemicals to drive away defenders and hunt down the Formica queen. In Formica nests with multiple queens, the slave raider must eliminate all queens to become the sole legitimate ruler. The enslaved ants will obediently perform tasks such as foraging, caring for the rival's young, defending the nest, and even fighting against their own kind to serve their new...
So it's funny how we got this concept of slavery from, are we animalistic? That's the only thing that's coming in my head.
Let's find out who really runs Meta, and it's not this guy. You see, in order to truly understand who is in charge, we have to figure out who controls what we're allowed to say on the platform and what we're not allowed to say.
My name is Aaron. I've been with Facebook for 2 years now. I'm a product policy manager.
What does your job entail?
We're part of the team that writes the rules for Facebook if something violates our standards for safety and security, what Facebook could, should, can do.
Now that guy who you just watched, his name is Aaron Berman. He's the senior product policy manager of misinformation for Meta, but check this out. He's also former CIA, 17 plus years at the agency. And if we look at and examine who Facebook staffs in these positions, a familiar pattern is gonna begin to emerge. We got Deborah B., trust and safety at Meta, also former CIA. How about Cameron Harris, trust and safety at Meta, former CIA. Hagen Barnett, he's the trust and safety operations lead at Meta, but also former CIA. This ain't an accident, ladies and gentlemen, and it's also not new. Operation Mockingbird is an alleged large-scale program of the United States Central Intelligence Agency, the CIA, that began in the early years of the Cold War and attempted to manipulate domestic American news media organizations for propaganda purposes. That's right, information is power, and the powerful want to control all the information they can. They've been doing
So you see, when you go to the Western countries, the veil is quite like thick. They spend on that veil and that curtain to hide the truth. That's why there's CIA that controls what goes around as information, what is perceived by everyday humans, and what is the general news. The truth should not get out. But in the Eastern countries, it doesn't matter if the truth gets out because they're poor. So what they're going to do about it? That's another form of control.
In the last 2 years, you've been blamed for financial collapse of Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, and Russia.
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Are you that powerful?
No, I think there's a great misunderstanding.
The Prime Minister of Malaysia
Yes.
said that the region spent 40 years trying to build up its economy, and along comes a moron like Soros
Right.
with a lot of money, and it's all over. He called you a criminal.
It's easier for him to blame an outside force. I think that I've been blamed for everything. I am basically there to make money. I cannot and do not look at the social consequences of what I do.
Do you believe in God?
No.
Okay, here's the thing that I don't understand. Like, why are we all right with people who just say, hey, I'm just making money, and in order to make that money, I could do any wrong and it's fine and we all understand it? Because are we all doing it as society? That we go like, hey, we do it too, so it's all right for that person to do it. And that this example right here, this is what we call an economic hitman. He's just going to justify, hey, look, I'm looking for my profit and whatever, but this is how there are people who just come and take all the wealth away from the country.
Arabs will not stay in the Gaza Strip. Who will stay? Jews. Africa is big. Canada is big. The world will absorb the people of Gaza. How we do it? We encourage it.
If they don't want to go.
No, they won't.
If they don't.
The Arabs want to go.
If they don't want to go.
They want to go.
If they don't, what happens?
The normal people don't want to live in hell.
What you're talking about sounds like a plan for ethnic cleansing.
You can call it ethnic cleansing, you call it refugees, whatever you want.
How can a person like just be like this? Like, you come on their land and then you kick them out and you have no empathy for them. And like, you know, I see Israelis traveling all over the world. I met a few in Sri Lanka, and it was like, how are people all right with these people? Like, we know what they're doing. And I tried speaking to an Israeli person, and she was just blocking all my, she knew what I was trying to do. I was trying to get the truth out of her, that what do you think? And so I can, you know, confront her about her views. But she knew how to block every freaking question with, like, you know, nonsense. Like, you know how you're not trying to answer a question, you're just trying to, you know, put some water on it that it just floats away. If all these people come together and they just decide, let's not support this, every Israeli is against it. But like, you know, there's a vast majority of Israelis who are for it. They actually believe this, and because they're benefiting from it. So, you know, they don't say anything. And, you know, silence is the answer to sometimes, you know, like, sorry, your silence says a lot of things. I don't know, it's mind-boggling, man. How can somebody be so cold-hearted? But people are, I guess, and that's what the system makes you. That's what the system converts you into, because it's about the money. If you're getting the money, and if the suffering of somebody allows money in your pocket and a better lifestyle and a comfortable lifestyle. So you're going to watch a video of mine that how the system promises you comfort, and it's called The System is Evil, something like that. You can watch that video.
I'll tell a story from my family. My mother was not married yet, she was a child. And she told me that they were all get scared to the second floor, and the owner of the house took a sword and he stood by the gate. So these people came to kill the Jews. And, Mister, we have nothing against you, you're Muslim. Stay in the side. We'd like only to get the Jews there. You know what did he tell them? On my dead body. You have to kill me first, then you kill the Jews. He didn't have anything to lose. He could have told them, go inside, kill them. I don't care. You know what he told them? These are my children. These are my children. I asked my mother, did he tell? He said that? She, yeah, he didn't allow them. He stood with a sword that you have to kill me first. Because it's a tradition by the Muslims. If someone was your guest, the Muslim would give his life for you. That was a Jewish life with the Muslims. That's the Zionists would like to erase. It says, no, there was no such thing. But this fact can be ignored? Is this fact can be denied? La samahallah. God forbid. Wonderful.
And things are really coming into perspective now that there's social media and now everybody can make a video and share their perspective. Before, the perspective was controlled because there was only like 4 or 5 TV channels. I don't know however many there were back then. But this is how information was controlled, and everybody's sort of known about this. But yeah, so Israel is really doing it. I don't think I need to say much about it, but let's watch one more video.
I have a new book coming out which is called Lobbying for Zionism Across the Atlantic, and I show how from 1900, both in America and in Britain, you target politicians wherever they are at the beginning of their career, you commit them to Zionism and later to Israel. And at first, of course, they were not powerful enough to influence enough people, but you know, the more they grew in numbers, they were able to influence more. So when people say, why does Biden so automatically supports Israel, the lobby doesn't need to ring Biden and say to him, you better support Israel.
He knows the rules of the game.
He knows the rules. He knows what happened to anyone who even dared to slightly, like Obama or Carter, slightly challenged what happened to them. You read Obama's memoirs, you can see how he said, I suddenly understood any word I'm saying on Israel can bring down Congress. So I had to be very, very careful. And actually what he says, he admits, I could not be loyal to my basic instinct, which was to be pro-Palestinians. I couldn't, because I wouldn't be a president.
If you don't do that, you are in breach of those conditions and you could be arrested.
What if we support Israel? Are we okay to stay or not?
I think I made it quite clear which side it was about. If you're in support of Palestine, then you are breaching your conditions.
And if we are in support of Israel, we can stay? Congo, Sudan. So what is this about? So
what is it about?
I understand if we can't protest at all, but like if we protest for Palestine, Sudan, Congo, we can stay. If we protest for Israel, we can stay.
Yes.
Just to make this clear. If we protest for Israel, we can stay.
Yes.
Just to make this clear.
Guys, as you can see, I've been trying to prove a point, which was that if you go to the beginning of the video, you can be trained how the African workers were being trained. And they didn't question anything that why do we need to do these exercises. They're the same exercises that you are made to practice. Keep your mouth shut. Don't talk about things that you shouldn't talk about, you know, like otherwise you won't get that money or bad stuff will happen to you. So how those African workers in the beginning of the video were being trained to follow the rules. All of this is happening because the same has been done to you. You are the slaves, and now you just, all this oppression is being done right in front of your eyes. Everybody in their right mind knows that what is happening in Palestine, what Israelis are doing to Palestine, and it's horrific. Nobody should even stand by Israel that they're doing the right thing, but you are being trained just like those African workers, just like slaves. And yes, Israel has made statements that they're defending themselves from Hamas, but all of the things they have said, all of them have been deproved. They haven't provided any solid proof. Everything has been unproven. So they're providing false data to do this thing, but you are not questioning. Why? Because you're trained every day just like those African workers, and that's my point. So this is all I was trying to say, that don't be a slave, do something about the world, because this world is yours, and try to claim it, or choose to be a slave. I don't know, man, whatever you want to do in your life. So that was the message, and that's it. I'm done with the video, and I'll make another one. I have a few more videos that I want to share with you guys, so stay tuned.